Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So a few days ago I tried some of my favorite Chinese recipes, and in this video I'm going to share those recipes with you guys. These are very easy recipes but are extremely tasty. I'm sure you will enjoy making them and eating them at your home. So without any delay, let's begin. So the first recipe is a prawn tempura batter fried recipe. For that I have used some medium sized prawns and deshelled them. I have left the tails as it is, and I have also straightened them up a little bit like this. So yeah, I have cleaned them and left them just as they are. I have not used any kind of seasoning, and all the seasoning goes into the batter. So here I have started making the batter. For the batter I am using some refined flour. You can also use rice flour if you want to, but I am using some plain refined flour. And along with 1 cup of flour I am using 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, and for seasoning I am using some plain salt and pepper. So I feel that prawns are extremely tasty seafoods and you don't need a lot of seasoning. Now as the wet ingredient I am using some soda water instead of some plain water. This just helps to make the batter very light and airy and makes the coating very crispy, and this is what the batter consistency should be like. It should be a little thick so that the prawn is coated evenly and nicely. So once the batter is ready, I am just dipping the prawns in them, coating them very nicely and then deep frying them in very hot oil. So prawns do not take very long to cook. I cooked each side for 2-3 minutes. So once the coating got a beautiful golden color and started looking crispy, I took them off on a plate. Just to make sure that it is not overcooked or not raw in the inside, I cut open one of them, and yeah, it was perfectly cooked. The inside was very soft, the batter was crispy, and this is how it looked like. It was perfect. And so yeah, I fried a lot of them and the tempura batter fries were ready. Next I started working on the main course, and for that I made some burnt garlic butter fried rice. So for this recipe, of course, I needed a lot of garlic and I just chopped them up like this. Not very professional, but it worked. And along with that I chopped up some stems of garlic leaves and some spring onion. These really give it a very authentic Chinese taste. So to start cooking, I heated up some oil in a wok, and once the oil is extremely hot, I added some butter to this. The butter melts up instantly, giving out a very beautiful burnt fragrance, and it turns into a beautiful brown color. And to this I added all the chopped up garlic. So the garlic fries up pretty fast. It turns into a beautiful golden brown color and it turns very crispy. Once the garlics are fried, I also added the garlic leaves and the spring onion and fried that along with the garlic. And once the mixture was fried, I added 1 tablespoon of light soy sauce to this. And next I started adding some pre-cooked cold rice to this and started mixing it up along with the sauce. So I prefer using pre-cooked rice because it just gives it a better texture. Obviously you can also use freshly cooked rice, but I prefer cooking the rice at least a day before and keeping it in the fridge. Now for seasoning, I started off by adding some white pepper powder. I did not add any salt because there is already some salt in the soy sauce and the butter. and I also added 1 teaspoon of vinegar to give it a very fresh taste. And then finally I added 1 teaspoon of sesame oil because it gives it the very authentic nutty flavor. And finally, to add some fresh dose of green color, I added some leaves of spring onion and some garlic leaves. You can also use a lot of vegetables in this recipe, but I was in no mood to add any vegetables on this particular day. And yeah, the fried rice is ready too. Now, as the final recipe, I made some oyster chicken. So for this recipe, I took 500 grams of boneless chicken and marinated it with vinegar, some salt and some pepper. And then I just let it rest for 30 minutes. This ensures that it cooks perfectly and is soft when fried. So yeah, I mixed everything up well together, and while it's marinating, I decided to chop up the vegetables that's needed for this recipe. So I again sliced up some garlic. I made some long slices, and yeah, you just don't need a lot of garlic for this recipe, just 5 or 6 cloves will be fine. And next I chopped up 1 medium-sized onion. And finally I also roughly chopped up some spring onion, and yeah, that's all the vegetables that you need for cooking this recipe. And next I started adding the marinated chicken in a frying pan, and it fries up and gets cooked very soon. So once it releases all the water and gets soft, and once the water dries up, I added the garlic. This ensures that the garlic does not get burnt and still gets fried perfectly. And then I'm also adding the onion and the spring onion that I had chopped up and mixing everything well together. So after frying everything together for some time, I started adding all the magic ingredients, that is the sauces. So I added some light soy sauce, some dark soy sauce, and finally the most important ingredient, which is the oyster sauce. It adds a whole lot of flavor to this dish. Also make sure that you are not adding any extra salt, because the soy sauce, the oyster sauce, everything contains a lot of salt. And finally I am adding some white pepper to this. If you want this to be a little extra spicy, you can also use black pepper. And just to give it a little hint of sweetness, I added some sugar to this. This is totally optional, but I prefer adding a little sugar to this dish. And finally I added some water to this. Now of course I did not want this dish to have a lot of gravy, but I did not want it to be super dry either. And finally, to make the gravy a little thick and glossy, I added some cornstarch. So I mixed 1 tablespoon of cornstarch in some chicken broth and mixed it well together, and finally added it to the gravy. I don't love coating the chicken while frying with cornstarch. Instead, this works better for me. And finally, before switching off the gas, I also added some spring onion leaves and gave it one final toss. And finally, to add some crunch, I added some toasted sesame seeds on top. And yeah, the chicken is also ready. So yeah, these are all the recipes that I tried out and I wanted to share them with you guys. I'm sure you will love them. Do let me know what you think about them in the comment section down below. And yeah, I will be back with another video super soon. Till then, take care and bye bye.